Hello, welcome to Card Minds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Libra weekly money and career reading from March 6th to March 12th, 2023. Libra, welcome, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week. Money and career, Libra, March 6th to March 12th, 2023. The Empress. Growing, maybe starting your own business. You're creating something with this Empress. You're understanding that your power and your dynamic of creativity probably belongs somewhere else, or you're understanding that, you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision. Do I want to stay or do I want to go? Do I want to start that business or not? Do I want to develop that project? Do I want to take that job? Do I want to move towards that, that opportunity where I can show my talent and create? Wow, lots of major arcana. This week is full of major arcana for all signs. But patience, but yes, you're growing, you're moving into calmer waters with this star and healing from past wounds, healing from a past job situation, from a professional situation, and now you're taking it easy. You're creating your own, right? You're sort of moving into a much more harmonious vibration, energy, patience, right? Patience. I think you're comforted now. Once you decide if you want to take this job, if you want to develop your business, if you want to develop that idea, it feels very creative with this Empress. This Empress can be about art, showing your talent, a designer. Maybe you're writing a book, maybe you're writing lyrics, maybe you are a musician, singer, dancer, right? Whatever it is, stylist, whatever it is, you're connecting, but very patiently to your next energy. And the star is understanding that now you're going to be able to heal and grow into something different. Wow, this is impressive. I started the reading once and I had to scrap it for personal reasons, and I'm getting the exact same card, so it's pretty impressive. All right, so you're opening up to something new. You're taking on more responsibility. You're wanting to travel, Libra. Seems to be a theme. Leo already also had travel, right? Seems like you want to travel. So what you're finishing now, whether you're leaving a job or ending one type of career or one type of project, or you're done with school or something like that, your next step is really growing into this job where you can travel, or you're starting a business in another country. Doesn't have to be another country, another city, somewhere else. Three of Wands. And I feel like you want to travel. You want to move around. It feels like this month that it's that energy of everybody wants out. Everybody wants to travel or find a job abroad, or connect with a company abroad and maybe work remote, but for someone abroad, or move and work abroad, right? And work remote abroad. That's the way it feels. So you're planning this, and it feels like you're waiting and you're expanding your horizons. You're expanding this type of job, expanding maybe the way you're working, and planning this future very serenely, very peacefully with this star. Temperance star and Three of Wands, really almost enjoying this peace and quiet as opposed to maybe before that was a little difficult, hence the Two of Swords and the Ten of Wands. It was stressful, having to make a decision, needing out, needing fresh air, starting new. I'm surprised we don't have an ace, but let's see what's coming in. And it's you taking your time, but also understanding to be very patient this time around, because what you're creating is going to require patience and a bit of healing. A bit of healing and understanding what happened in the last job situation. Now, it doesn't have to be professional. Maybe you had a situation with friends or family. I don't know. But you're definitely wanting a breath of fresh air and going to work. At least if it's not going to work abroad, it's working internationally, traveling internationally. But you're at the end of a road here with the Ten of Wands. These cards are very sticky. So yeah, you're at the end of the road, leaving something behind, leaving a certain job or situation behind, and you're moving into something calmer, Libra, calmer. So if it has been difficult, stressful, sort of heavy on the shoulders, just know that you're moving into something more serene, where you can think, where you can take your time to think it out. Take your time. Yes, here comes the, someone you couldn't trust, or a situation you couldn't trust, someone didn't have your back, or someone lied to you, or someone that promised you something that didn't deliver, right? You're getting out of that. The frustration of being with people we cannot trust within a job, within a business, can be a partnership, can be a business, but you're moving into something more orderly, more structured with the Hierophant, but also you're finding clarity. You're finding clarity on understanding what happened. Maybe you're waiting for answers. Take a breather. Yeah, it's funny. This Four of Swords keeps popping up with the people wanting to travel and taking, getting a rest. Take a breather between, because you have the Hierophant and you have the Magician. You're entering a period where you're much more serene, but you understand, though, that this is going to be more structured, more rules, more regulations, people, hierarchy. Maybe you're working for government. That's possible. A lot of red tape, a lot of having to sign papers, sign contracts, figuring things out. So maybe you're traveling abroad to work for government, or maybe you're taking on a job for the government abroad, or maybe you are connected with a lot of people internationally for a government job or something like that. It feels very important with this Hierophant. I don't always read it like that, but it feels important, and it feels like, yes, you're anchored, and you want now to be in that type of job. Whatever stress you had before, I'm not saying this is not going to be stressful, but at least you will be in a situation where you can trust people, and people will have your back, and it'll be clear. And I know, Libra, you like that. You like everything to be clear, fair, and honest. And maybe you're working for law, right? Government, law, whatever it is. It's very, very orderly, right? And needing to take a breather before you start this, but this is something you wanted with the Magician. It's time to push forward. You have the power to do this. It's almost like you're leaving this creative situation and moving into something more structured. And it feels like there are a lot of interviews, a lot of tests, a lot of barriers, right? You have to do a lot of interviews to get there. There are a lot of steps to make this happen. Wow, interesting. You're going back to something? Okay, so maybe you're going back. Maybe you tried something more artistic, or more creative, or maybe it was something that you, yes, something you tried. So it doesn't have to be creative. It doesn't have to be artistic. It can be also something very empathic, you know, being there for others, helping others. But I think it sort of correlates. So even if it looks drastically different, opposite, it's like law or creativity. No, I think you are helping others, or you're there for others, gathering information, but in a very empathic and organized way, in a very nurturing way, which is the Empress. And understanding that you have to be there for others, you have to make time for others. So it's almost like maybe you're HR, or maybe, right, in a government job, or maybe you're a therapist for troops. Wow, interesting. Wow, therapist, or coach, or some sort of guidance, right? There for a mentor, or just there for, yes, having to listen to people, having to guide people in a very nurturing way. So maybe you're a doctor, maybe you're a physician, maybe you're a mentor, maybe you're a coach, right? Maybe you're a therapist in a very structured way. And you're leading the way with the Emperor. You are clear. I think you could also be leading a team abroad, or leading a team in a government job, and you're going abroad with a whole team to help out, to search and help. Oh, maybe it's for the earthquake or something. Wow, that is just very precise. But it doesn't have to be that at all. It can be just you moving overseas, or you finding a job more structured, with a lot of rules and regulations. But I feel like you're going to help people. And you are leading a team. And very, very kindly but firmly, you're leading this team. And you like leading a team, Libra. Wow. All right. Lots of major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. It's intriguing. So let me know down below if you connect with any of these energies. It feels very important with the Hierophant and the Emperor. If this is not you, you are guided by someone, led by, a manager, a team leader, a director, or someone is guiding you and heading this whole thing, whatever it is. It feels like it's abroad, and you're expanding your horizons, you're expanding your territories. It almost feels like, services, Army, Navy, Navy SEALs. Wow. I don't know where I'm going with this, but that is how I feel. It feels like a lot of authority, and a lot of rules to follow, but at the same time, a lot of power to help others. Libra, let me know what this is all about. All right, let's see if there are a few more cards that want to come out in this second deck. Now, of course, this can be just for one person. I don't know. But definitely, but you're choosing this, and you might still be a little indecisive here with this Two of Swords. Are you going to do this or not? This is a big change. Do you want to stick? Yes, it's a big change, and you feel like sometimes you might have to stick to the same thing, and this might be a little far-fetched, this new job, or you're stuck battling out. That's why you're leaving this situation, right, with the Devil. stuck in a job, stuck in a professional situation, stuck in ego, a lot of conflicts, and that's why you're deciding yes or no. Are you going to move on to this new job? Are you going to take on these responsibilities? Are you going to travel and move? Are you ready for that? Again, the Empress. Yes, there we go. There. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Yeah, it is a team. You're working to, you're not alone on this. You're building something. Maybe you're building a team to go abroad, building a team to, if it almost feels like a mission. I don't know who I'm reading for. It feels like a mission. Now, it doesn't matter what the mission is. It will be different for each and every one. And if it's not a mission, you have to decide if you want to go on this mission or not, if you want to be part of this team or not. It could be just a job. It could be a business, right? But it's up to you to decide. But I feel like you are wanting to step out of that toxic role you have, or that toxic job, business situation that's very conflictual. And now you're moving on to another team, or a different team, in a complete new direction. There we go with the Ace of Swords. Not surprising with the swords and the Empress. It feels very feminine energies, right? With two empresses, and connecting to your feminine energy, understanding that this is all about empathy, all about connecting with others with your emotional energy. And so, yes, I do think you are helping others, guiding others. You're really there to, not only to help, but to try to figure out how exactly you can find solutions, if that makes sense, right? It's a really strong connection with your feminine energies. Balance, creativity, but also intuition. And it's necessary to create balance between men and women in this situation. Wow. Again, feels very military-ish, doesn't have to. And so the Empress calls on you to connect with that side of you, to create sort of an emotion or an emotional connection through all senses, all experiences. And it's sort of a new way of expressing yourself. And you're discovering a new way of expressing yourself, expressing your talent, your creativity. And I think that it's you understanding how to connect with others in a different way. It is a new direction, and it's also clarity in your mind on what you're moving forward into. Again, doesn't have to be military. It just feels very, it feels like you're connecting to a different way of working, to a different approach to this job. It's almost like it's a creative approach to a job that is usually done in a much more serious way, conventional way. Wow. So, example, I'm still on my going abroad helping people. Maybe you're going to entertain troops. Maybe you're going to help children, but in a beautiful way, another entertaining them. You know how clowns go to hospitals, or people find creative ways, musicians go, and and it's just sort of opening a window of beautiful emotions to people that are going through hard times. And that's the way it feels. It feels like finding creative ways to help people in an emotional situation. In other words, yes, it can be nurse, it can be doctor, it can be therapist, it can be all kinds of things, right? Or finding logistics, but in this sense, it's really finding a creative way to access and to help others. Wow, this is fascinating, Libra. I have no clue who I'm reading for, but Please comment down below if this makes sense to you. Comment down below if you connect with this, and let me know where you stand on your journey. Let me know what this is all about, because it is fascinating. It feels fascinating, and it feels like a once-in-a-lifetime job, a once-in-a-lifetime mission, Libra. So let me know what this is all about if you connect. Thank you for commenting, and thank you for your support. All right, let's see if there's one last message for the road. It's very intriguing and interesting. All right, Libra, let's see if there's one last message for the road in this weekly Money and Career, March 6th to 12th, 2023, Libra, Money and Career. Is it this one? And these? This one. Okay, these definitely. Lots of, I'm going to do this again. Sorry about that. I'm not quite sure what card to take. There's too many cards. Libra, weekly Money and Career, March 6th to the 12th. Loud and clear, please. Not really, but I'll take that one. There we go. Okay, thank you. Yes, a rebirth, right? Letting go, purging, healing. This is a healing moment for you. Wow, look at this. So yes, it's a healing moment, but at the same time, a beautiful platform to express your talent, to express your feelings, your emotions. And you know, the Judgment is about finding clarity in this new adventure, new career, new job, new mission. Take it as it resonates. It is a beautiful, beautiful place to be. You're with other people like you, connected. All, you know, the Ace of Cups is the joy of finding your tribe, the joy of working with these people, with this team, within this mission. I'm still on a mission, right? It feels like the mission of a lifetime. And with this Judgment, it's really rising up. This is your destiny. This is something so much more important. You're destined to so much more that, you know, it's sort of let go of that old. Let go of the conflicts. Let go of the mistrust, the disappointments, or the past situation, because you're stepping into something so much more important, that new version of who you really are. And this is a life-changing decision. This is a choice that is going to make a significant impact. We're going to have a significant impact on your life, right? And so trust your judgment, right? Trust your intuition as you choose your path, as you choose your new direction. You're almost there. It is coming together. And I think that you're finally going to be able to put the past behind and heal those wounds, right? That clearing all those regrets, releasing the guilt, sort of that purging process, right? Ready to take on this new challenge, but this beautiful new challenge. Wow, the joy of a new challenge. That's really the way it feels like. Important, the importance of this new challenge. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did, Libras. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to each and every one for supporting this channel, for commenting, for sharing your journeys, your energies. That is how I push forward in my readings. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing if you haven't already. Have a great week, Libra. Take care. Bye-bye.